Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hey, really quick, hope you guys are doing well. We actually just got done with the day here myself, wrapping things up. Can't wait to go home, take a shower, and do the whole deal, right? But had a quick moment of inspiration that I wanted to do a fun video for you guys, where this actually stemmed from a one-on-one coaching call that I did with one of you guys with the Lawntrepreneur Academy. And throughout the whole conversation, this gentleman that I was working with, we were talking about how there is a new business model or a business idea in town, and that is becoming the boutique kind of lawn care landscaper, honestly just a small business owner in today's world. I got some really cool things I want to run through you guys. I love to hear your thoughts. I just feel like the world's changing, man, and if you're blue collar or just a self-employed, there's a lot of different things you got to bring to the table in the world today. But if you do, you can make a significant more amount of money with a lot less work, which I think is really good sounding to pretty much everybody's ears, if you ask me. So anyway, let me lock up the trailer. We'll jump inside the truck. I got some really good things I want to share with you guys.
Make the ground shake.
All right, so what's up guys, it's Brian here. Hey, hope you guys have been doing well, man. It has been 75, 80 degrees, sunny, just absolutely beautiful Michigan weather. Finally, the rain has kind of broke. Hopefully it holds off a little bit. Hey, want to let you guys know before I jump into it that the snow removal training program is now available on the LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com website. Not gonna go into a huge lengthy plug right now. We're all mowing grass, it's summer, everybody's sweating bullets. But if you guys are skating to where the puck is gonna go, like Wayne Gretzky did, and you guys wanna be successful and you guys wanna check out the snow removal training program, it is now available. So I'll leave links in the description down below. Lots of really good information and resource for you guys. I'm super excited about that. Anyway, the whole conversation stemmed from a one-on-one coaching call that I actually did based off of the Lawntrepreneur Academy with one of you guys. And let's just use the guy's name as Bob, okay? Because everybody on my channel is a Bob or Bill. And we had a really good 20 or 30 minute exchange based on this topic that I wanted to talk about, which was the on the out of our industry, I feel, is the $20 lawn care guy and sort of the rise of the boutique lawn care landscaping professional or the property management company or small business. And quite honestly, I think that's really prevalent in service industries in general. I want to go into some thoughts for you guys that I want to share, just some of the talking points from our conversation, because it was actually really, really good. So just a little bit of context here. On the coaching call, the guy that I was talking to, who, by the way, I really enjoyed our conversation, was actually 2.5 hours long, because if I don't have anything going on, man, we'll talk all night. So I'm a very over deliver, under promise kind of guy. And so, by the way, he is getting his lawn care landscaping business started in the next 12 to 18 months. He's actually lining up his ducks in a row, and he's going through his logo and his LLC and how to set up accounting and how to hire people. And we're just exchanging back and forth, man. It was a 2.5 hour phone call. It was really good. And we went through this whole like rabbit hole about how he wants to do his business, style his business, how he wants to offer it. And he was saying to me, which was a really good thought, was he doesn't want to compete with the $20 an hour or $20 per cut lawn care guy. And I feel like there's such an overwhelming majority of folks in our industry, but even just service industries alone, that are very, I'm just gonna throw some stuff out there, hate it or like it, okay? There's a lot of cheap people, unprofessional people, bummy kind of people, and I'm not, throwing anybody under the bus, because there's all different tiers and levels of this, and God knows I started off as the lowball guy, right? And maybe some of you guys did as well. But there is just this typical personification. And in fact, I got some really cool analogies and stories I want to share with you, because I was actually at a wedding Sunday night, and when Liz and I, we get all dolled up, we look good. I'm in a suit, which I wear like 3 times a year, right, for weddings and funerals and all that mess. And it's funny because Liz and I always go into an event, and I'm like, I kind of almost take like an ego hit here, and I'll wrap this all together with this little analogy as we thread this through. But anytime I go to an event, you don't know everybody there, so folks do the niceties. Hey, what do you do professionally? Hey, what do you do for work? And I'm always like, hey, I'm a lawn care landscaper, I'm a business owner, I run a lawn care landscaping business. And usually, and I'm just talking about the paradigm shift the last few years, is usually I get the, oh, okay. And I'm like, we look good, we look nice, like we got money in the bank, it's not like we're doing okay, like it's not the end of the world. But people kind of think that you're like that high school, like kind of push out or druggy kind kind of dude that never really like amounted to very much. And usually I'm ready for like that sigh, that like, oh, and it always is kind of like an ego hit. But then like I get back in the car with Liz, I'm like, we drive a nicer car than them. We have a better, more money in the bank. We have like better prospects for our future of everything going on. And I'm not in the compare game, but you guys know what I'm saying. I'm sure you relate. But it was really cool because this couple that we were talking to, this guy goes, man, that's awesome. I've always wanted to own my own business. I work in corporate America. I always see guys out there outside the glass building that are doing lawn care landscaping, and I always want to be them. I always want to be outside. He goes, in fact, one of my neighbors has his own landscaping business, and the guy makes like 300 or 400 grand a year. He's got like 8 guys working for him. I know they do like hardscaping and those wall things, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, listen, like we don't make that, but it is not atypical or untypical for a small business owner. And by the way, this is what my channel is all about, man. It's helping you guys grow a more successful business. And I've just realized like the last year or so, we got power washing guys watching us, real estate people watching, brick pavers, lawn care landscaping, of course. And it's so cool to finally see like that blue collar outdoor kind of thing kind of getting the time of day, because I feel like the public schools and the colleges have just had that lever down for maybe a minute too long about creating engineers and managers and corporate America people, right? And there's such a deficiency in the trades with plumbers, electricians, and even lawn care landscapers, right? And it was just really cool because the guy goes, yeah, my neighbor's killing it, dude. And I'm like, yeah, like look, we do okay. Like we actually run a YouTube channel, and the guy was like super impressed. And that always is another rabbit hole because everybody wants to know, like, do you make money? And like how many followers do you have? Like, are you famous? And I'm like, dude, we're just like regular normal people. And I know you guys are always one of those questions too, but like we're just regular normal people just kind of documenting our life. But it was really interesting because it was the first wedding, it was the first event that I had been to in a while where I didn't have to do like the, oh, I'm a lawn care landscaper, right? And so to correlate it back to my friend that we were having this one-on-one coaching call, it was really cool how he had already pictured in his mind's eye that he wanted to be upscale. He wanted to be a property management company. He wanted to be boutique. He did not want to be the $20 lawn care landscaping guy. And he actually had a really fun story to reciprocate with, because he had a conversation with a friend who is very successful and is in a nice subdivision where this guy would offer services in, and his friend was like, well, how much would you charge? And the guy's like, well, based on what I'm gathering for numbers and information. Again, this guy is about 6 to 12 months out minimum from starting his business, and he wants to leave his full-time job, go all in. He's purchasing equipment, like a shoestring budget right now. And then the last thing he's gonna do is buy the mower and finance that. But everything else, he's getting his business set up, his LLC set up, all of his polos and his marketing materials, like he's doing it right. So he's gonna make his splash in 2020. And I thought that was really intelligent. And so his clientele though that he wants to service would be this like $400,000 to $800,000 sub, and like this whole part of town where he lives, which is about 20 minutes down the road. And his friend is that owns a small business who is successful, was like, hey, I'll definitely hire you. Like, here's the deal. Like, I need a landscaper guy. I need somebody to power wash. I need somebody to brick pave, maybe somebody to fertilize, and like all these services, right? And I guess the whole conversation I'm trying to have here is that there is such a personification that the lawn care guy is like the 20-year-old bummy reject high school guy, maybe an immigrant kind of thing. And I trust me, I'm not making any slates or digs or comments on any of that, because most of those guys outwork every white boy that I see out there. Okay, so anyway, we don't put up with that mess on my channel. Like, I respect everybody equally. But here's the deal: those people are super hardworking, but that's the thing. Like, he was talking to me and he was like, yeah, I want to like compete with like the high-end stuff, and I want to make that really good money, and I don't want to be like that $20 bummy guy that's like a high school reject. And I go, dude, I said, you don't have to compete with those guys. In fact, where I see the whole industry going is more boutique, more like upscale, more service oriented, more quality oriented. And I think that's something that I've really tried to leave breadcrumbs on my channel for you guys. And again, I don't have it all figured out. Like, dude, I'm just trying to make a way for myself and a name for myself as well in my town. But I'm 12 years in. But a lot of you guys, if you zoom out, if you look at the macro on my channel, you guys have seen the evolution of me, the evolution of my company, the evolution of my rig, which is kind of an extension of my mentality. It's me, it's who I want, it's my business card on wheels. And you guys have saw me go from like the podunk, probably low baller, underbidding guy to we have larger accounts and nicer accounts, and we do not have the cheap prices anymore. In fact, we're literally raising price on everything and everybody that we've been doing work for. I got another really good video because I've been doing a 45-day long case study about raising prices, and I got some really fascinating stuff I'm going to share with you guys. But you guys have seen the evolution of my company change from, and my finances have grown too, of course. My life is getting bigger and I'm getting older. But you've seen me go from like the kind of like the low ball bummy dude to a really nice rig and setup. And by the way, we're making money. Like, we're very, very, very profitable. We're killing the game right now, like a lot of you guys are. And so don't think this is all just debt and leverage or anything like that, because pretty much everything besides the truck we own, and I could literally pay this off right now if I wanted, which is super cool. Anyway, that being said, there's been such a transformation for me in my business to that $20 mentality guy to the service-oriented, quality-oriented company in my area to, of course, make more money, but to have better clients. And one thing I wanted to just talk about for just a few minutes, because I don't want this video to get super lengthy, is the fact that I talk fast, but I'm just kidding. Thumbs up if I talk fast, okay? I know a lot of you guys are always trying to tell me to slow down. I just get so excited. But here's the deal. Right now in our world, there is a huge generation of baby boomers or Gen Xers or whatever they are. They're all retiring. There's a lot of people retiring with a lot of money right now. They're downsizing from $1 million homes to 400 grand homes, or from their 400 grand homes to condos, right? And there is a huge demographic and age group that has money, that expects quality and expects service. And I'm not talking about the 35-year-old first home buyer that is shopping per price and is very cheap, and has grown up for 30 years hearing cheap and savings and discount and low and the smallest, and like they're always trying to penny pinch. You know, I have never usually, when I talk to 65-year-old people, in fact, the last thing I normally hear in those kind of conversations is price oriented or price sensitive topics or conversation. Like, for example, if I'm doing a mulch install and it's $900 or $1,200, I've never had a 60-something plus year old person really scoff at it. Usually they're relationship oriented, they're service oriented, they want to be taken care of with somebody that they can trust. And I think, just to tie it back to the guy on the coaching call, he's telling me this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I can totally relate. Like, let me give you for instance, if you go to Nordstrom, and again, not everybody here is like into that, but if you are shopping, you can go to Target, you can go to Macy's, and you can go to Nordstrom. For Liz and I, we're not like super rich or wealthy or fancy or anything like that, but if I'm gonna buy nice clothes, I, generally speaking, try to go to Nordstrom because I'm 33, I had to think, that's how you know you're getting older, when you have to remember how old you are. But I like service, I like quality, I like when people remember my name, I like when people, when I buy something, which I could buy the comparable product at pretty much all those three retailers, when I buy it at Nordstrom, you get service, you get people that like acknowledge you, there's eye contact, they appreciate you, and not everybody's like that. I get it. If you're shopping by price and gas is 10 cents cheaper over here, I get that. However, if there's a gas station that's 5 cents cheaper, but this one other place will do my windows or just has nicer lighting, right, so I feel safer, I'm gonna go to the place that's 5 cents more because I pay attention to that kind of stuff. And that's the whole point. My whole point is that I feel like the age of the $20 guy, he's always going to be out there. But if you really want to differentiate yourself, which, by the way, higher prices, higher profit margins, less stressful customers, generally speaking, I feel like the age of the boutique, self-employed, small business owner is out there. I got two good resources for you guys. I'm going to leave links in the description that I really implore you guys to check out, that I have been very, very impactful and transformative for me in the last 12 months and the last 30 days. And so, all things being said, I think service, and that's why I go to Nordstrom, when they come around the counter, they shake your hand, they say thank you for shopping with us, it just feels good, it just feels right. I know I'm paying for that service, but that's what I want. Let's just wrap it up with a little bow here for our industry, for lawn care landscaping. I feel that long term, if you try to compete on price for your business, I think long term you're gonna spin yourself out of the industry. I think you're gonna realize that eventually, once you start paying taxes, you have workman's comp, if you pay your insurances, you buy nicer equipment, you're just gonna realize there's not a lot of money left over if you're always spiraling down and trying to be the cheapest guy out there. I think there is a large enough market for a significant amount of small business owners and entrepreneurs and in service industries to be more branded, to be more boutique, to earn that business that's out there, whether you're power washing, brick pavers, pool, whatever. And one thing I would implore you to do is, and you guys have seen this on my channel too, is start upping your branding, start upping your identity. You can recreate your business anytime you want. And one of you guys actually left a comment, and I wish I knew who it was. It was really good. He said, I'm getting frustrated with my business. I'm not having fun. I'm not making the money I wanted to. And I said, look, it's find the correlating issue, right? Find the, if it's about prices, raise your prices. About crappy customers, evaluate dropping those customers. Find out what's frustrating you, because it should be an enjoyable business. Any business, anything you do, any vocation, you should be able to thoroughly enjoy it. Now, I don't like 95-degree heated, outdoor days, but that's just part of the business. Every business has things that suck, okay? Anyway, I'm going down a tangent, but here's the deal. Here's my litmus that I want to give you guys. Rebrand, recreate your identity. If you saw my videos 3 years ago, I had like a rickety trailer, a rickety truck. It wasn't bad. I really enjoyed that setup. But I just said, I'm going to rebrand myself in my area. I'm going to rebrand how I think. I'm going to change the way I think. I'm going to rebrand my rig and my setup. So when customers see me going down the road, they go, oh, I want that guy. That guy looks like he's making money. So many people are afraid that you're projecting that you're making money to your customers, that you don't buy nice things. Like, first off, it's capitalism. Like, if you don't like that, there's other countries for you. Just having fun. Number two, I'm going to leave that in the video. Number two, customers want to see you making money. Customers want you to be moving on and buying nicer things and to take care of their properties, of course, but also to take care of your family. I've never had a single customer scoff at me when I bought my new truck. I thought I'd have so much backlash you wouldn't believe. I was like, should I just buy like an XL or an XLT or a work truck, because I don't want my customer to think that I'm prospering. However, I've never had an issue with that. Good people out there overwhelmingly want to see you succeed, and that's just the underlying current. The internet is just a smorgasbord of negativity and suck usually, but I'll tell you what, generally speaking, most people are really kind and they're really nice and they want to see you succeed, and we're always going to perpetuate that on my channel, is that I believe in you guys and I know you guys believe in me. And if you really do believe in me, smash the thumbs up on the video, okay? But anyway, here's the last thought I want to give you guys is, I think the biggest thing that people are looking for, whether they're 30 or 70, is the trust factor. I think people are looking for people they can trust. This guy, when him and I on this coaching call, we're having this conversation, and he said he was he goes into people's houses to install, doing certain things right now with what he currently does for his profession and his occupation. And he was telling the story of this lady who had the room next door, who she was immobile. She couldn't walk around. And painters came in and painted the room for like $400, and it was sloppy and spotty and it was crappy work. And the guy's like, actually like on her behalf was like, hey, just so you know, like, have you seen your paint job that the guys did a day ago? Because it was all taped up. And the lady goes, no, I have not. I can't get into that room. I'm sure a relative comes over, right? And he goes, hey, like, just so you know, you got kind of taken. I'd call those guys to come back out and to do a better job. Bam, no trust factor, right? Like, the untrustworthy, like, she's not going to refer those people. Of course, there's an integrity issue there, which we always preach integrity. But I feel like with our industry, whether you're doing anything, here's my litmus that I've used as a really good thing for me lately is kids. I'm always thinking about kids, because Liz and I want to have kids, and I'm starting to like get that like dad gene thing going on. I don't know, like, I feel like that parental responsibility thing sometimes, and I'm starting to fall in love with the fact of like, we want to have kids, right? And it's gonna be a really cool phase of our life. But one thing I always think about to myself is, would my customers trust me to be on their property if they had a 16-year-old daughter? And that's a huge thing that I am going to propose to you guys. If you don't look shaven and kempt and cleaned up and wearing polos or nicer clothing, if you're dipping, guys, and you're just doing, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to help you guys make money. And what you do personally or who you are, like, I don't care as much as trying to help you guys out professionally. Professionally, there's a standard. And I'm telling you, if you want to be making good money and have good customers and people that want to refer you, there is a higher standard that you got to operate in. And that's, I guess, all I'm trying to encourage you guys to do. Don't try to compete in any industry, in any service industry, as the cheap guy. Try to be more boutique. Try to be higher end. Try to have that with better branding, more professionalism. Educate the customer. Care about them. Take time. But number two is, the last point I'd make is, are you trustworthy? Would a customer feel comfortable with you on their property if they had a teenage son or daughter that was at home. Of course, attended, hopefully unattended if not. But at the bottom line is, would they trust you on their property if they had kids there? That's, I don't know, maybe that works for you, maybe that works for me. And when I see like my guys doing something or I'm doing something, we're slipping, like that's my gut check. So we got to make sure that the standard is high and always operate at the highest professional level we can. So anyway, have you guys noticed this trend? Have you guys seen the fact that, guys, there's a lot of money out there. There's a lot in this economy. Everything is up. People are making money. Portfolios are up. People's investments are up. Line of credits are up. Everybody's spending money, which is super cool. So if you're making money, cool. It doesn't last forever, by the way. So maybe we'll do a whole nother video on that, how to deal with the tough times. But at the end of the day, everybody's money is up, and so you have to attract it to you. And so trying to portray a more above average boutique or just classier setup and operation, I feel is going to earn you so much more business. Don't try to compete on price. Try to be classier. And anyway, this guy, he's just starting out his business. He's already realizing that where he can offer his clientele. By the way, we're not talking about rich clients. I'm talking about middle class America wants to be taken care of. And you can still offer, Nordstrom does not just sell to rich people. Nordstrom sells to middle class, upper middle class, and that's what I would encourage you guys to do as well. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. Just some really good conversation that I had with this guy in the coaching call. It was great. If you were watching this video, I enjoyed talking to you, my friend. And so anyway, hope this video helps you guys out. If you agree, let me know. Am I wrong in my assertions, my assumptions? If so, hit the dislike button. I don't care. You know, unsubscribe if you don't like me. That's fine too, okay? I love all of you guys. We'll take everybody. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying this. Hopefully your season's going really well. That's it, guys. Over and out. If you like this video, shoot a thumbs up. New videos over here, old videos over there. We'll catch up with you guys here soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.